Friends, today, check it out. I'm going to show you a simple way to make an awesome propeller thanks to ZDP189. So let's get cracking. Friends, today's project is going to start from the HLMT23 tag. You can get there by searching HLMT23 in Tinkercad. You can also get there via my website. This is the Tinkercad page with all my categories, the day one favorites, and of course, check it out, the HLMT23 new shares link. Friends, when you click this, it takes you to it sorted by recent, and you can see all the amazing things created by users. Today, we're going to work with an awesome project from ZDP189. There are two versions. We're going to start with the ship propeller. Now, the one thing I love about ZDP's projects, he leaves them set to copy and tinker so we can ungroup them and learn from them. Don't forget the golden rule of Tinkercad, though. Give a reaction before you copy and tinker. When you do open the project, there are notes that explain things. This right here is the profile of a pineapple shape. You can tweak these numbers to find the exact number you want. Now, the second part of this that is awesome is the twisted polygon. If we click on it, you can see we can pick how many points. So this is a four-sided shape. We picked a radius, the height, the bottom twist, and the top twist. And if you look right here, there is a second one that is just a little bit smaller inside. This is going to give us what's called an inverse hole. I'm going to hide the inverse hole for a second so you can see this once again is our pineapple. And then let me show you how this was created. These two shapes right here were grouped by doing Control. This shape was then converted to a hole. Now I'm going to bring this back, and you can see that this was cut out of a cube, just making sure that the cube, if we ungroup, was larger than our original shape. Right here, if I do T for transparent, you can see how that is going to slice through with that inverted hole. Once again, these two shapes, Control G to group. You do have to wait a moment because this is pretty complex. Turn this into a hole, and if you look close, this sliver is all that's going to remain after you take those two and do Control G to group. Bingo! Insanely cool propeller. Friends, now that we've got this blade, let me show you how we align these. Control D, I'm going to shift nudge to move this out here so we can build it. We are going to build 5 of these blades. So what you do is take 360 and divide it by 5, because that's the number of degrees in a circle, and it lets you know that each rotation needs to be 72 degrees. So here's the trick we're going to use. If you do R for ruler, set this little fella out here. Let's quickly hide the original one so it is out of our way. So I'm going to switch to a top view, and I'm going to switch to the flat view. And we want to make sure that we're using the midpoint. So if you click on this, it says use endpoint. That means it was using the midpoint, and we need to click it so that it is using the midpoint. I'm going to set the gap in this direction to -30. This is just guess and check as I try and find that distance. And then I want this to be 0, so I'm going to just type the 0. Now, friends, we're going to do Control D. We're going to rotate this 72 degrees by moving out, letting go, and then clicking this spot and typing the 72 and pressing enter. Make sure you do not touch anywhere else on the screen. We simply want to click in the boxes. We want this one to now be 0. Notice it's still aligned to that midpoint. And we want this one to be the 30. Notice the gap is perfect. And if you don't touch anything else and do Control D, 3 times, you have just completed a perfectly aligned propeller. How cool is that? All because we used the ruler and we saved the nudge and rotate from that first one we did. Just because it's a pretty slick strategy, I'm going to do it one more time with them a little closer together. Once again, R for ruler. I'm going to click on my shape. I want to make sure it is using the midpoint, which it is. We're going to set this one to 0. We're going to set this one, I'm going to try -25 this time, so it's a little closer. Once again, we click on our shape. We do Control D. I'm going to rotate it that 72 degrees. Once again, click the box, type 72, and press enter. Now change our numbers. This one becomes 0. And this one becomes the 25. And when you let go, simply do Control D again and again and again to have all the blades created. How cool is that? Let's quickly add a hub for our prop. I'm going to select all of these and do Control G to group. That way they will stay together. Let's bring out a cylinder, set it in the middle. Let's do Alt Shift and stretch it till it touches all the propellers. Let's see what happens if we do L for a line. Make this one the boss. Will it actually go center and center? No, it won't, but we can just nudge it until we think it looks the way we want. I think that's pretty awesome. I'm going to bump up the sides. I'm going to add a bevel of 2. Change the height a little bit. And then I'm going to quickly cut off the back. Let's do that by just bringing out a hole. I'm going to drop it down to 0. So notice all we had to do is -20. And then I can just stretch it larger in each direction and Shift select this part to do Control G and group. Set that to a gray. And just like that, our prop has been created. Let's quickly switch back to perspective view and use show all to take a look at ZDP's original creation. You can see here it has a Sim Lab axle added. Notice you can find these in the Sim Lab, and then when you click on them, you can change its torque and speed. If we go to the Sim Lab right now, it takes a moment for all of these shapes to have their geometry become final. That is what you just saw right there. I'm going to take these and I'm going to make them static so they cannot fall. And of course, this one I do want to show you has been switched to metal and yellow, so it looks like brass. And when you hit play, you can actually see it spin. How cool is that? I'm going to hit pause. Notice you can slide this back and watch it from every angle. It is a fantastic way to learn a little bit of physics as you design. Now, before I wrap up, I want to show you something else cool. If you click on that design, you can go back and see that it was made by ZDP189. When you check his profile, you'll notice he has a ton of amazing designs, and check it out, different varieties of this project. Once again, don't forget that golden rule, give a reaction before you copy and tinker. But once you get in, you can use these same techniques to explore what he did. I'm going to do Control D. Shift nudge to move that away, making sure that it's not colliding with the other one. Now I can click on it and do ungroup and ungroup to see what was used to make this. So right here we've got an inverted hole again. This is parts set together to cut out this part. Now this is a fun one called the fidget spinner. Notice you can play with all these different measurements as you adjust it to make your fidget spinner look just the way you want. See how they just slide in and out? I'm going to do undo so it goes back to the original that he had, but there's tons of room for you to fiddle with this. And then let me show you the slick trick he used for the inverse hole. If we ungroup, this is going to be the piece that cuts this. If we check real quickly, see how this is 10 and this is 10. That guarantees that's going to fit. I'm going to hide this for a second. And I'm going to show you the cool shape right here. This is called the screw thread. ZDP chose numbers to get the rotation that he wanted. They were rotated 72 degrees, just like the previous one, but then only this chunk on the end was kept because it's going to cut this shape. If I hide this real quick, let me show you how there are 5 of these. I'm going to just switch the colors so you can see which is which. And one final one. Let's make this the red. That way you can see that there were 5 of the same shape rotated. Now if we do show all and I grab all of these, I'm going to cheat by grabbing them out here. You can see how this was grouped. Created that inverse hole. And then when we nudge it back in here, make sure it lines up. Let's select all those. Notice it says 2 shapes and do Control G to group to make that wicked cool sunflower. Once again, a fantastic technique shared by ZDP189. I'm going to delete my version real quick and let's check this out in Sim Lab. Once again, if we go down here and hit play, bingo, we have got a spinning sunflower. Well done, ZDP, and thank you for sharing. Friends, as I wrap up, of course, I want to say thanks again to ZDP. I also want to remind you that all of these shapes can be found by clicking up here and typing in their name. Today we played with the pineapple. We also played with the fidget spinner. These are a ton of fun. You should track them down. I will also let you know I've got a video using the Pro Gear, and of course I will put a link to that up in the cards. Friends, I want to quickly thank all my supporters on Patreon. Absolutely love how that group is growing. Make sure you check the links below. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget, every time you hit that like button, share a video, add a comment, or hit subscribe. You're helping HLModTech get a little bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Of course, friends, have a glorious day and keep tinkering.